Hey Bitsters. The European Central Bank just showed why Bitcoin is better. The European Central Bank, or ECB, the central bank for the Eurozone, is unwittingly boosting the case for cryptocurrency adoption, and that's exactly the last thing they want to be doing. This comes after they said they could always create money, and the crypto community was quick to reply with accusations of scamming. The bank had started a Twitter thread under the hashtag AskECB, and Twitter user at Gianluca844 took the chance to ask, "Where did you get the money for the quantitative easing, or QE?" The bank replied, "Prayet, as a central bank, we can create money to buy assets." The quote was attributed to Peter Prayet, executive board member and chief economist of the ECB. Quantitative easing, or QE, also known as large-scale asset purchases, is an expansionary monetary policy whereby a central bank, which is the ECB in this case, buys predetermined amounts of governmental bonds or other financial assets in order to stimulate the economy and increase liquidity. This operation started in 2015 and was finished by the end of 2018, during which the ECB has spent 2.6 trillion euros, or the equivalent of 3 trillion USD, buying up mostly government but also corporate debt, asset-backed securities, and covered bonds at a pace of 1.3 million euros a minute, according to Reuters. That equates to roughly 7,600 euros, or 2.23 BTC, which sounds a lot better in Bitcoin, for every person in the community block. The cryptocurrency community took issue with the reply, with many tweeting the GIFs of the Bitcoin or BitConnect Ponzi scheme. Central banks are marketing Bitcoin better than we can, replied Twitter user at Zach Voel, while user at Wiz has more to say. The world is now opening their eyes to your scam of robbing people of their purchasing power by endlessly printing banknotes on worthless paper. The global economy will implement a new Bitcoin standard to opt out of your scam and prevent further theft by central banks. As a reminder, when central banks and governments decide to simply print more money, they are stealing wealth from majority of the population and enriching the elites. According to the International Monetary Fund, inflation is one of the leading causes of income equality in the world. Anthony Pompliano, co-founder and partner at Morgan Digital Creek, a digital asset management firm, wrote in his newsletter. He went further to explain that inflation leads to rising prices for real assets like real estate, etc., which are owned by the elites generally. Central banks may be able to print more fiat dollars, but eventually the Ponzi scheme will end. When it does, Bitcoin will be there as scarce as ever, with the inability for anyone to print more, the famous Bitcoin bull concluded. So basically, there's been times in history where fiat money, like in Germany and other places, where it was basically collapsed to nothing, where it was worthless and it's all just lying on the ground. So, with Bitcoin having the protocol in place to be a deflationary currency and decentralized, I definitely feel that from the facts that we have right now, that Bitcoin in the future will be definitely more valued as a security asset than something that can just be printed and, have everything else purchased. But it really puts a spotlight on it, and it shows that they could even possibly in the future print up maybe bills or euros to buy Bitcoin as an asset. I mean, who's to say they're not going to do that, or they're creating their own blockchain like JP Morgan and the other stuff going on with that. So anyways, that's it for now. I'm out. bitinterest.net. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and be sure to rate and subscribe, and have a great day.